When I first started playing Geometry Dash, I had this amazing dream. And that dream was to create a fully fleshed out decorated level. I didn't really care if it got rated. I didn't really care if it got noticed that much. I just wanted to make something that I was happy with and done. And throughout that course, I had so many failures, so many unfinished products, and just so many bad levels. So in this video, I'm going to be going through all of my levels, like all of my unfinished levels, everything that I kind of took seriously and I thought would have a chance at being my first fully finished good level that I'm proud of. So when I was 8 years old, Swag Gaming 2007, it's a different account, I made This Is Not a Demon. And this was my first ever level with an amazing idea. And this idea was I was gonna make an auto level. It isn't really auto because it doesn't really work, but my goal was to make a fully auto level. And it's alright. For like being 8 years old or whatever, I knew how to place blocks. I knew how to make gameplay, kinda, even though it's auto. But the catch is that you die. You die at the end. You have to have one click other than that because it's broken. But you had to have one single click right at the end that would stop you from just making it an auto level. And then I would troll the entire community, woohoo. And obviously, like, this is not a good level, so it's not that good. And then level 2, here we have Mission Hard. And this was like supposed to be just to impress my friends at how good I was at the game. And yeah, it's just like 2 paths. I think this was supposed to be the coin route on the top, if I can get there again. Yeah, that's the coin route, and then there's a coin, and then you go up and whatever. But the main route, which is probably harder, you have to go here and then boom, there's another troll. I thought it was like indistinguishable to have those blocks there at the same time, but hey, I posted it and I got 12 likes, so maybe it wasn't that bad. And then over the course of time, I just made like bad recent tab worthy levels and just kind of I slowly got better, even if you can't tell really that much. But yeah, I just kind of made bad level after bad level after bad level that I thought was okay because I was like 10 years old, until I made Design. This was my first actual like okay level. If you ignore the missing corner piece there, this is actually not bad, and I was super happy with this. Even though like this was 2.0, I could have used 2.0, and a lot of other people liked it as well, which is my first real introduction to making actually okay levels. And then I went back with more design into something just absolutely preposterous. But you know, I kept having my cracks at making levels, even though a lot of them have been taken down by now. And then 2.1 dropped. I think this is 2.1. Yeah, there's a speed portal. It's 2.1 now. I made some challenges. I made some creator challenges. That's basically it. I made some seizure worthy levels, and then I was like, you know what, I should not worry about making actual block designs and all that. I'm just gonna make some silly gameplay one Saturday morning when I was like 9, and I just built some wave stuff. I wanted it to be kind of clean, even though it's not clean at all. I just worried about the moving structures and them slowly going up, and I was super happy with this. I thought it was pretty cool. And then I had a ship portal at the end that will be useful later, and people liked it. It's a cool concept. It's all that. There's 100 bajillion disliked comments, but that inspired me with that ship portal after to make ship gameplay. Now this was like a very cool-ish level. I made this all in one time as well, but this was my first time actually like trying to make a transition or whatever. But I just slapped 2 concepts on there and then called it a day, and that was it. I was happy with just like learning how to use don't fade, don't enter, and then move triggers, and then like actual backgrounds. But it got 300 likes, and then I'm like, bam, whoa, what happened? So I did it again, and the again was trash. The again was not good. I made the transition at the start, but then like everything else after this is just not interesting at all. And then I kind of got rid of the gameplay part as well. And then I made one more of them, which I never actually finished. It was not good. And then I just stopped playing Geometry Dash after that. It was 2018, you have to remember. I was playing some other games, and by other games, I mean just Fortnite. I was obsessed with Fortnite like every 11-year-old kid was in 2018. So I played that until the start of 2021. I was going on the school bus one day, and my neighbor that I sat beside was playing Geometry Dash. I think it was Slam by Rafer, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could do that. I haven't touched Geometry Dash in a while. So I got the game again, and I made Twigsy. This was the account that started it all, and I still had that dream of making a rated level at some point after I did eventually beat Slam in like a week. So I made this. And then I realized it sucked and it was bad, so I stopped. So I had to relearn basically everything after taking 3 years off. And I did for a while. I have a lot of levels. I have a lot of levels where I just placed blocks where I wanted to do straight fly, and I just made tiny little things. That's basically it, until eventually we got to claustrophobia. And this was my first like, oh, this is gonna be a work in progress level, which I never touched again. But I just wanted the ground to move in and all that. I thought it was pretty fun. I can't actually see the level at all right now. I swear it was a lot brighter on my phone, but I slowly learned how to make things actually look good at some point. And then eventually I got to clean background. This was another one where I'm like, I was super happy with making this fake 3D background that people were obsessed with in like 2.0 or early 2.0, and I just put white stuff on top of it. Actually, that sounds off, but I put white blocks on top of it and then called it a day. Should I make this a full level? And people said yes, and I never did. But then one weekend morning, I just tried, you know what, I'm gonna have fun making an effect. And then I made the effect. It was really cool. So you know what, I put block designs on top of it and then called it, you know what, it's a cool modern level. That's nice. All of this kind of stuff was pretty new to me. I like the colors and all that. So I planned a layout for this, and I just couldn't get started on the next part. So yeah, that's kind of left how it was. I didn't really like it in the first place, so I just left it there. Ooh, wait, this was a while ago. So this was in 2021. So, you know, I had a YouTube channel in 2021 as well. So I tried to make a video about making a wave challenge in 1 hour, and that was it. And I made it the decode wave, but like 1-up. And this was an insanely hard challenge for me. Even like making the level in 1 hour, you can see it's really bad. It's definitely not good. Just the challenge itself was so hard for me to play. I was lucky that I verified it pretty early on, or it would have been painful. Yes. And then after all that work of making shitty challenges, or quote unquote decent challenges, like I called it, I decided to take a crack at actually making a level. So I tried it. I opened the editor, I made a whole layout, and I just hoped for the best. This layout isn't really that good, to be honest. It's kind of boring like from here on out, but I did actually try decorating this, and it was amazing. Ooh, look at this. This part alone just took me a month of work to get done. And I loved it. I loved it so much. And then I made the next part. And the next part, you know, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It was pretty unsight readable and whatever, but you know, I still had hope. And then I made this. And it was so bad, I just gave up on that level. I made a copy and deleted that whole part in hopes of just making something at least a little bit better than that. And I ended up with this. So I ended up just not making the level again. I hated it so bad. But after all of that work in making levels, I was sick and tired of not being able to make something full and not being able to make something good. So I had an amazing, perfect idea of what to do. I was gonna make a level that didn't have any decoration at all. It wasn't gonna be like super obsessed with making it good. I just wanted to finish a level. That was it. And I made flip-flops. This is still one of my most fun levels right now. It's not really that synced. It's not really that good, but I had a 3-step process in making this level, and it was just make the gameplay, make the like transparent default blocks, and polish it maybe a little bit. And this was like something I was insanely proud of. I loved this, and I still do. This is still a really good level for me, at least. It's not all that good, even if it's just a layout, but it's fun to play at least. And then boom, I finally finished that after like maybe a month of working on it, and then I posted it. That's my first finished level #1. And then I tried block. This was another one that was supposed to be very basic, and I just wanted to have fun making it. And it was pretty cool until I started the second part, and I hated it so bad. And it took me like 3 months of on and off fixing until I just gave up on it and never touched it again. But that is where I tried, you know what, I'm just gonna make a layout with a 30-second song. That's it. And this was my best layout at the moment. I was super happy with this layout, and I thought it would be pretty cool. So boom, I made the layout. I was happy with it, like, and then I moved on to other things. But eventually I did actually go back and try and make it. So I made this first part, and boom, it looked really cool. I liked how basic it was. It was really nice. And then I got to the second part, and I spent hours on hours just placing things, deleting things, scrapping ideas. And to this day, I just could not get anything to work at all. And then boom, the rest of the layout is still unfinished. So after all of that, you know, I was pretty sick and tired of making Geometry Dash levels. I took a little bit off. I made a bunch of challenges that they're okay, I guess. And then I got the amazing, super cool idea of what if I just make a 1.6 level? You know, it'll be cool. So I made a copy of Club Step and I just built and built and built and built. And you're thinking, oh, Twigsy, you made 2 parts and you stopped? No, I actually just made a full level with 1.6 deco that I was really proud of. I posted this in like April 2022, and honestly, I was super happy with all the concepts I had, even if it was just ripped from Club Step half the time. And then over time, I just made more challenges that were some pretty good, some pretty not good, some of them are very not good. So then I made another little layout level that I was pretty bored of actually trying, so I just made a bunch of silly little stuff, and this was one of them: horses galloping through space. And you know, I'm getting better at just adding details to things when normally it would be basic, and it flowed a lot, so I was pretty happy. Ooh, wait, this was actually a level that I planned on making a full level. You can see it had so much details, and then I made the first part, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna release it as a challenge, which sucks. This would have been really fun, actually. Then afterwards, I joined a Discord server, and that Discord server was the Geometry Dash Creator School. This is like a genuine recommendation. The Geometry Dash Creator School is really good, so join the server if you want. But in that server, there was a build jam where you have a deadline to make a Geometry Dash level. It was like 3-4 days. Yeah, made in 4 days, 20,000 objects. It's called Unalive Alive, and I made this in 4 days. So what's this level? I made it in 4 days. Was this level gonna be my dream level of making a fully decorated level that I was super happy with and proud of? It looks pretty promising right now. No, it wasn't. It immediately fell off. I think like the saw designs are pretty cool, but that's it. Other than that, it's very blank and empty. So there, I wasn't happy with that. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could just make an empty level in like a day or something. So I spent one weekend making a layout for Levitate. This was a very interesting level. I tried making it empty, but then eventually I just added details that it still looked empty, but it was with details as well. And this was an amazing song, amazing concept. So I was really pissed that it just looked so bad at the end. My god, this ball part it's just so long and so bad. It goes like that for at least like a minute, and it just has the same stuff all the way through, which I desperately tried saving, but no. I ended up posting this anyway, but I was still not happy with it. And then I decided to give myself a little bit more of a challenge. Xmas Challenge 2, baby. I made this in 10 hours. I made an entire level in 10 hours, and then I made 2 YouTube videos on it, which took at least like a month of editing too, because I had so much like video. I'll just put the like playthrough of that level like from the videos instead, because it is such a hard level. Hold on. I had fun making the level on Christmas Eve instead of like doing things with my family. I was just making a Geometry Dash level the whole time. But yeah, this is such a hard level. I still haven't beat it yet. I hack verified it and put it on the servers. But yeah, I probably will not be beating this, but I was super happy that I actually finished the level, and then I edited the video, and it was really cool. Maybe I'll beat this as my new hardest, I don't know. But this was around the time that I started work on, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna have a little bit more fun with creating. I'm gonna make something a lot like Geometrical Dominator. So I forget what this was even called before, but you know, I put things together, and I started to slowly dislike it, as all of my other levels were, and you can see it slowly getting worse, but it was pretty cool. I liked the pipes in it. That took a while, but I very slowly put parts together, and this was looking like it was gonna be it. This is looking like it's gonna be my super promising dream level that is fully decorated, that I'm happy with, until I made this part right here, which I really hated, and then I made this part, which I also really hated. I just thought they seemed off and not good and whatever, so I stopped making it. And then I started with this level will take a year to finish. I started this level, and it's looking like this was gonna be it, but that meant I couldn't make the level from before, since I was just spending all my time in the editor on this. So I kind of stopped making other levels for way too long, until in the summer I hear, oh wait, 2.2 is coming out. 2.2 is very much coming out. So like a week ago, if you've been in my streams, you would have noticed that I made this, wait, I'm goated. This is the level. So I went back in the level, and I started building things that I just wanted to have fun with, and put things on top of each other or underneath each other until I had a finished level. And this is where like my original dream of this level came in. I wanted to make it a lot like Geometrical Dominator, and I wanted this part to be a lot like the Geometrical Dominator Dominator memory part, which was not really like that. But wait, I'm goated, so it doesn't matter. And then I guess that's it. Wait, I'm goated became that one level that I was dreaming of since I was like 8 years old. That fully decorated level, or minute and 40-ish seconds of just decoration that I'm happy with. Aside from those 2 little parts, which are still not that bad, it's really good. So I guess that's the end of the video. That's everything that I've made that I've taken seriously-ish up until like 2.2.